Orange County leaders are cutting off funding for outgoing supervisor of elections Glenn Gilzean amid ongoing questions about his spending. Western Investigates also learned this afternoon that the chief financial officer for the elections office is one of 3 employees who lost their jobs last week. Western Investigator reporter Justin Scheckler is live for us outside the county government building in Orlando. Justin, bring us up to speed. What just happened at the commissioners meeting?
Stuart, good evening. Mayor Jerry Deming says Supervisor Glenn Gilzean is not cooperating with the county's attempt to audit his recent spending. Until he provides requested records and bank statements, the county is freezing funding for the Supervisor of Elections office. There is growing concern among Orange County leaders about how Election Supervisor Glenn Gilzean is spending taxpayer money before leaving the job in January.
Mr. Supervisor, open the books. The people have a right to know how you're spending their money.
Comptroller Phil Diamond revealed last week a confidential informant came forward saying Gilzean either wired or wrote a check for $1.1 million to a Central Florida nonprofit in early October.
The alarms are there, is what I'm saying to the public. And for me, this isn't about the merits of what he's using the funds for. I think, as Commissioner Moore had previously stated, if he had asked us to do that and we were part of a decision-making process to say, okay.
County leaders, including Mayor Jerry Demings, have threatened a lawsuit over Gilzean spending money without the commissioner's approval. Since learning about Gilzean inking a $2.1 million deal for Valencia College Scholarship Fund. West 2 Investigates has learned of 3 terminations at the Supervisor of Elections office before Thanksgiving, including the chief financial officer.
She was terminated. I have a lot of unanswered questions.
Supervisor-elect Karen Castor Dental addressed the Board of County Commissioners at Tuesday's meeting.
And I have to admit that there are a lot of concerns I have, given this lack of transparency of what is happening currently in the office and the lack of cooperation with the transition.
On Tuesday morning, Supervisor Gilzean held a news conference to highlight the addition of 6 new early voting sites on Valencia College campuses. Gilzean says if the scholarship fund goes away, so do those new polling locations.
I hope that the incoming Supervisor of Elections will continue to keep the scholarships. One thing is certain, that the next supervisor will need to expand early voting sites, and this contract sets the stage for success.
And Gilzean left his news conference this morning without taking any questions. In the last hour, he did post on X that he disputes what the mayor said, that he hasn't turned over those bank records. Now, according to Orange County officials, Gilzean's office already received before the general election about 50% of the $19 million budget for the current fiscal year. A county spokesperson says they're hopeful that money can cover the payroll in the elections office. Meanwhile, the commissioners will be back here for the next meeting in 2 weeks. Live in downtown Orlando, I'm Justin Scheckler, West 2 News.
Justin, thank you. And within the last hour, West 2 received a statement from former Orange County Supervisor of Elections Bill Cowles. Cowles held that position for 35 years before retiring in January of this year. He said, quote, "One of the hallmarks of my 35-year career as the duly elected Orange County Supervisor of Elections was to be a good steward of the taxpayers' monies. From fiscal year 2020 to fiscal year 2023, we returned over $6.7 million to the county taxpayers. Excess funds belong to the Board of County Commissioners so they can put it to the best use for the people."